Hello, hello, hello. I have no idea if my audio is good. Hello, hello, hello. I think so. Based on that. Um, okay. I don't know what to. Right. Let me get my notes because I have a lot of explaining to do when it comes to this early summer celebration first half. Got my got my notes. And yeah, we might do I don't know a couple more minutes before explaining shit, but yeah, gotta prep myself because this is like my first time, like besides like doing presentations academically and all that, my first time doing this live, um to probably no audience at all. But like if you want to chat, um, ask me questions along the way as I'm explaining things, feel free to do so. And yeah, if there's someone in the chat, yeah, this is gonna be a substitute for my supposed video on this topic. Because frankly, I don't have like when it comes to doing this, I need a script. So this is gonna be more casual, more messy in terms of explaining shit because like I have to explain this shit by memory, which I frankly don't like to do. But I have my notes right here. And yeah, yeah, but that's basically it. If you want to chat, we'll get started in like a few seconds from now. Gotta prepare myself. Okay, so um, let's move the slides. So I have a slide presentation prepared right here. Um, all right, let's start. So guys, this is Escabase. Um, we're back with another HBR news video, and this time we'll be talking about the early summer celebration first half event overview. So, and we're also gonna be talking about the localization adjustment volume 6 along the way. So, yeah, there's a lot. A new event, multiple banners, and yeah, um, let's get right into it. So, first of all, to explain all this, we get um, from Yostar and HBR specifically, we get a update to the game to version 2.0.3 that basically fixes the freezing once you once you exit the game because before in the previous versions version 2.0.2 and below, it when you use, for example, the hyperbolic time arena, once you exit it freezes so that it basically just you have to force to like close the program and all that. That's how I experience it anyway. And yeah, after this you need to download the latest one, version 2.0.3, to you know get a better experience when it comes to that aspect of the game and all that. Um, yeah, that's basically it. And the compensation is a 10 pool, 3,000 quartz. Very nice of them. Though, I gotta say, I hate that. Personally, this is just my personal opinion. When it comes to Yostar, I really hate like how they handle things. They haven't fix all the other major bugs besides this one and all that. And there's this annoying ass thing where I personally, through my experience, it's they just replicate the files that you already have. It duplicates. It doesn't override. So um we got a tweet here from Seraph Database. Um we call him Rem, but yeah. So back then the sound folder is quite a lot, and it takes a chunk of your space. So um after this update, you can basically remove delete the sound folder after you download all of the files from HBR and and once you do, it will ask you to re-download. So for example, if the sound folder that you see here has a lot of gigabytes, it would only download to about a few megabytes at least, because it's more optimized that way with the current system that Ian has with the current version of HBR. Though the problem is that I tried this myself. I would try to have a clean reinstall. Um, the duplicated data, 12 gigabytes at that, won't be removed. No matter how you download it, it leads to the Unity Yostar folder. Even though if you delete it, it would re-download again. So that's a bummer. There's still it's supposed to be like 31. The full storage. Oh, 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 right. My bad. The full storage is like 31. Um, this is hard to explain. The actual full storage is 31, but here, um, yeah, is the data. Um, the replicated data is inflating that by like 12 megabytes. If only they had a fix for that as well. Um, yeah. Yo, sir, for the love of God, just please do better. Do better with uh fixing a lot of shit and all that. And yeah, let's move on. We'll have oh my bad. Okay, so we'll have the new event story. Letters on the back. One this is one of my personal favorites, like in my opinion. Because like I remember when we had a translation of it. I translated this event in English, though I can never get back. I still have the file. The file is still mine, but like, yeah, I translated the entire fucking script of letters in the back because I really love this event. I love Akarin so much. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I hope you, if you do read this event, I hope you enjoy it. And the second one is the event story recommendation for the friend for that day or that day's friend. One of my favorite events. Though there's a funny thing when it comes to that day's friend to that this event specifically, because what there was back then in a previous news video, um this was the event story recommendation put into the image. However, when the update actually came, it was the Oshimaya or Oshima family event that basically was on the update. It wasn't the that day's friend. So hopefully this time the event store recommendation is the friend from that day. Yostar, there's a lot of problems with Yostar that I don't usually show in my videos, but I'll show them here because like this is a live stream and all that. And yeah, so moving on to localization, to a bit of localization adjustment. So from the from June 13th, after the maintenance, which by the way, it's let me check. the maintenance start at um 12 at 12 midnight Arizona time, or UTC minus 7, and it ends at 6 a.m. UTC minus 7. Then after that we get the letters on the back. Now, a preview of the future events includes late June we'll have Interlude 2 as in our dying season, and the Minions Note and the Silver Watch. Um, it's the two events right here. The ones I'm circling right now. These two right here. Um, this one requires you to finish, if I remember correctly, Chapter 2, Part 2, since this is basically a it supplementary event to that chapter. And this one is chapter 1. This two letters in the back is chapter 1. You need chapter 1 to clear all that. Um, Minion Sound and the Silver Watch. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, this is Bungo's event. This is what we call Thomas event. A Karin's event. Then in mid July we'll get the Private Seraph Academy. Aoi will become an idol. This one specifically. One thing to note is that this story is the first confirmed parallel universe or alternate universe story. So you can treat this as non-canon, but yeah, that's all I have to say about it. And when it comes to the summer event preview, here it says we are excited to announce our first ever summer themed version in early August. This summer version features two story events set in a Breven summer beach setting, along with new swimsuit styles. Basing on that, then the other two swimsuit events or summer events related is this one, what I call um what you call this, the Megumin's summer event and the Adele swimsuit event. Yeah. I've, I'm really bad at explaining things live, but yeah, I hope you forgive me on that. Then after that, so in early August, we will have early August, maybe somewhere around August, I would assume, in that we'll have the long awaited release of Chapter 5 Part 1. Chapter 5 Part 1 is one of my favorites. Um, Basically, same goes with the main story as a whole. I love the main story of HBR. But yeah, Chapter 5 Part 1. Oh boy. Get ready. Yeah, just get ready for it. I hope when the time comes, if they release Chapter 5 Part 2, I hope they release it in full, not the first half, second half that JP did. But yeah, Chapter 5 Part 1. It's coming soon. It's definitely coming soon. Since we already have Interlude in the Dying Season releasing in late June. So the only thing left, basically, we'll by August, June, July, August, we'll have 6 events and a 6 side story events and one major main story update. Plus, in addition to the summer story events, the main story content will be well prepared exclusive benefits, including login bonuses, free daily gacha, weekend rewards, etc. I would assume this is it volume, is it not volume, about chapter, it's probably gonna be related to, I think, 3.5 or 2.5 anniversary. These benefit events, or they could also do their own thing because that's what they're doing right now. But yeah, let's move on to the login bonuses. So from June 13th, all of this will be back. We're now back at the June 13th stuff, we'll have the countdown to Interlude 2 review login bonus, which basically 10 days, get tickets, 10th day you can roll for a SS guaranteed 10 pool. Yeah, basically that's it. Um, Hopefully you all get lucky to get the meta memorias and all that. Now, next one would be the countdown to the main scenario interlude 2 reveal, which is the catch up mission from June 13th to June 26th, which is to clear the part 1 and part 2 of chapter 4, two 10 roll tickets. So I would assume that's 10 roll for both chapter 1 and chapter 2 each. So 2. It's going to be totaling 2. Now, next one would be we already um, explained that as guaranteed rolls. Then we get um 3,000 quartz and over 100 life zones. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Next would be the weekend relaxation event. Plug in it to get 20 life stones. It's the thing that they're doing exclusively because I don't think JP didn't have this to my knowledge at least. Then the limited time mission rewards, I would assume it's another exclusive thing, but I don't know. Um, I mind this just I don't know that. Additionally, HBR EN will soon introduce a brand new web shop recharge option, offering exclusive packs for greater conveniences and saving. So to explain this, there in the charts of mobile gacha charts that some people are flexing about, admittedly, because some like what I said, that's just my observation of things. The reason why HBR, JP specifically, isn't no longer competing in the high because a lot of people are using this web shop to their advantage. So these discounts is to get it's just a better value for buying stuff from HBR. So yeah, a lot of people use this, and considering it also has Steam mobile, it's all um s- the Steam having HBR on Steam, JP, KR, and um TW or Taiwan version. Then the HBR web shop, it really shows it doesn't really show the full revenue that HBR is really getting. But yeah, having this in EN for those who buys packs, etc., this is a great thing because like you can have discounts on things when this releases. Okay, so score challenge or score attack. Wow, this is actually my first time saying score challenge without saying score attack first. All right, so score challenge 17 erosion by poison. Its weakness is ice minus 150 and blunt minus 50%, then pierce minus 50%. The problem is that when it comes to this score attack specifically, this is Acid Serpent of all fucking things. One of the most annoying boss to work around because it has a attack that's basically a sludge, if I remember correctly, that gives defense down and um attack single target attack down. It's an annoying shit because this and it's not just annoying because of that. If I remember correctly, this this boss after a certain amount of turns recovers DP even if you break it, which is really fucking annoying. So seriously, when if you're doing this score attack, I have to say good luck. These are the multiplier conditions for those 2 weeks slash resist plus 50 disable the OD or overdrive is disabled under OD2 for week one, then the limited skill use is limited to week two. The For week two, boss TP plus 50, boss attack plus 10 every 5 turns, then now and light resist plus 80%. Now my tip for this boss is I hope you get a unit you have a unit that can taunt. Say Aoi, for example. If you have Aoi taunt, it really helps considering like with all the debuffs the boss gives and all that shit, you really need to clear it fast as possible with especially with the DP recovery on top of of it giving you debuffs and all that. Yeah. It's a really annoying boss, and I sincerely wish you luck on it. Yeah. Okay. So, the we got the new Memorias. All right? We got the new Memorias in play. Wait. So, we have the Memorias from that came with the event, Letters from the Back, Misarin, Holiday Ring a Bell, and Akarian, Holiday Star Night. So, let's talk about it. Where's my notes regarding these two? All right. So, oops, oops. I don't know if you hear it, but yeah. Oops. Oh, yep. Sorry. I don't know how to control fucking Canva presentations, but yeah. Here is Holiday Star Night Akarin. Um, her she is a single target ice crush breaker that it's a very niche unit because like its EX skill is good if you need if you can if the if the enemy you manage to break, because it only is really good if you do that, because if you do break the enemy, it fills your OD gauge by 150%, so halfway through 3 overdrive gauges if you do so. So Stun skill is a normal AoE attack. Nothing notable stuff if you have if you want to introject her as of now, but yeah, she's more suited as if you're having a breaker, if she is a breaker for you that is able to break an enemy's DP, because unless that I wouldn't really consider her a good unit to use. So preferably you would need um LB2 or limit break 2 and up to break reliably, based on um personal experience and even through Bakasa's yeah experience of it. But yeah, mostly she also excels in like I say like score attack like content for you to clear faster if you manage to break the enemy's DP and use those overdrive gouge to your advantage. And yeah, next one is Holiday Ring a Bell Misarin. She is a crush and ice attacker that frankly is one of the best AoE units in the game. For ice teams, she's one that I very much use a lot because she's really good as she can sustain herself with her self buffing. Look at her non EX skill that only gives for DP, it gives one use self attack up. So um, you would need about 22 SP to take advantage of her. But if you got the orb that gives a plus 2 SP, basically, if you use it to your advantage, it shit's gonna be easy for you to get to. And if you have limit breaks on her as well, yeah. So combine that with general buffing, debuffing, etc. She's a really hard hitter in my opinion. So her EX skill gives a plus 50 HP modifier, and when in overdrive, it gives a self hit account um hit count, so adds 3 hits. So if without overdrive, 12 hit AoE attack. When in overdrive, 15 hit AoE attack. So it gives an easy loop when doing overdrive, and basically she's a loop queen. If you use her, you're gonna have to rely on overdrive a lot because she grants a lot of hits. Especially use her when obviously when there's multiple enemies and all that. And yeah, she's very self sufficient in my opinion. She's one of the best, and even now, even in the current JP landscape, I think she still holds up on her own. And yeah, oh my god, yeah, it's really hard explaining all this, but yeah, oh my god, yeah, it's hard to. I don't know if it's like boring to y'all, but I yeah. Oh boy. Okay, next is the oh yeah, forget. The yeah, Christmas in June. The southern hemisphere must be fucking winning, man. Yeah. Christmas in June. Though with the next banner, it's in line because it's June, it's Bride Month. A lot of gachas are currently doing Bride banners, so this fits in line with this banner. Ichiko, my personal favorite, Oshima Sister, Sweet Fantasy, then Bride Mari, Crying Tears. Oh, if it's for the bait, um, I'm gonna say it right now. These banners are bait, but if you really do want to see Ichiko or Mari in wedding dresses, this is the best shot to get it. And I would get them. Um, Personally, I have Christmas, Nikaido and Akarin, then wedding Ichiko. I don't have wedding Mari sadly, but yeah. So wedding Ichiko is basically used more as a DPS unit because it when combined with her non-EX skill, um it increases her attack because it scales off vitality and all that. So I would say her EX skill wedding vow 16 SP. It's a really hard sell, but it will provoke um what you call this with her with her non-ES skill. Never mind. Okay, so her non-ES skill has vitality up and AoE provoke. So I would recommend using the non-EX skill first, then using her EX skill so that e- even though you in total it's 11 SP you need to use, it's still -5. So yeah, highly recommend to use your non-EX skill if you want to use her non-EX skill first before using her EX skill. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to add EX skill scales of vitality. So yeah, it also gives too fast fragile, and it basically just increases your attack. It's better suited if she is a co DPS, not the main DPS. If you have say she can be the main DPS to Yuri, um Yuri and Ruka SS1, not SS0, SS1 of Ruka or Yuri SS. She can be a co DPS to that, and if you want more debuffs, you can add Megumin to that list. So you have about 3 DPS, though you have to sacrifice a bit of buffing in that. But yeah, the debuffs already covered by yeah. I think in a team composition, you would need about buffers, maybe a healer if your team is squishy, 2 buffers, one healer. Ideally, you would have three. 2 general, say Union, um, Higuchi, and Yotsuha. Seriously, yeah. Yotsuha. Then maybe Megumin SS3, Ichigo SS2, and Ruka or Yuri as the main DPS, basically. So besides that, if you want her to have more versatility, because sometimes more versatility gives more value to a unit. If you have her SS1, you can use her as a pure defender if you have her introduction, because her EX skill of that SS1 gives defense up and fire attack up, and her non EX skill she gives the enemy attack down, so less damage for your party, especially if it's an AoE attack and all that. So basically, the conclusion is there. It's important fire single target DPS for with the scaling of vitality. Um, then it applies fragile, which adds to the team synergy and all that. But overall, she's a really good DPS unit for fire teams. Though once again, like I said, she's better as a co DPS rather than the main one, in my opinion, at least. And yeah, um, doubles as a pure defender. Yeah, I think you get the point. Next one is Tears of Joy, or crying up for fuck's sake, crying tears. Sorry, wait. Oh my god, shit. what do I have to say? Ah, what the hell? Um, oh boy. I don't know if it's is it working? Let me check. Is it actually working? Is my stream fucking working or something? I don't know if it's like seriously. I don't know. I don't know if it's working. Let me check. Is it actually working? Is my stream fucking working or something? I think my stream is working, but it's probably a couple like about 10 seconds behind and all that. But okay, let's move on. It really fucking stirred my blow and all that. Okay, so Mari, Crying Tears Mari, yeah, Crying Tears Mari is a icing ice pierce single target ice pierce attacker that honestly in my opinion um in a in a theoretical number she has the highest DPS, but in terms of reliability and easier to use, I would um what you call this? Not I would um Adele SS2 her her SS2 the ice one no both are ice one but basically her SS2 if I remember correctly is more reliable especially if the DR is big and all that. So, okay, time to explain. Her X skill is a single target attack, but you can increase her damage on the condition that the enemy you not just have to break the enemy, but the enemy has to be plus 200 DR or destruction rate. So it can grant about three more hits if I remember correctly, then plus 40% multiplied by that. So about 120% more damage, I would assume. And um, yeah, this is coming from someone who doesn't have her. So my apologies for that. And Nani skill. Oh wait, don't tell me I didn't um, complete it. Let me check. Let me check. So I have yeah I didn't adjust it. This I think this is Yuri, but yeah. So um it's similar. It's not it's a her non skill is what you call this 9 SP. Then it gives about instead of 2 hits, it's 3 hits AoE attack. I can't find my mouse. Currently, I have to fix that after the stream. But yeah, so um she is really good, especially if you have her SS1. Much like Ichiko, she benefits from her SS1 giving the ice field and um and just overall she, if you exclude Adele, she is the strongest ice DPS for a very long time. But um she's better acquired as an off rate, and if you do get her as an off rate, do use her. She especially if you're building a light team and all that. So in terms of general stuff, all of these are solid picks. However, all of them are skips. For elements, let's start with fire. Ichigo is good more as a debuffer and a co-DPS. Akarin is more niche with her that you need her damage to break an enemy first to get that condition. Um, Nikaido is a strong AoE DPS, and Mari is the strongest ice DPS in terms of pure numbers. So that's basically it. They're really solid picks. Don't get me wrong, but n- like I said, the next event is the interlude 2, us in this dying season. And who do you think is in that event when it comes to banners? The, here is one of the best units in the game. Support character, buffer, SS5 Suit Tama. If you have Union, like damn near you need her for the synergy of general buffing. She is one of the best general buffers in the game before the era of say Admiral Aoi and Divaruka. Union and Tama um, combo is undefeated. Like even now, so since I don't have Divaruka to complete my synergy with Admiral Aoi, I have these two as my most used units in the game. Their buffs are really good. Synergy amazing, especially if you take advantage of the mind eye stuff with Tama. So I would say both these banners are skip, but as always, if you love the characters, artwork, etc., feel free to fool for them. Don't take my advice more seriously. This is just like recommendations for if you want to build stuff. But yeah, if you want to spend your quartz after Kanade, um, Tama is probably one of the greatest picks to use your quartz from. But yeah, so here are the rest of the banners: a 8-step recruitment, a and a ice element feature recruitment. Both of these are paid quartz exclusive. So this is for the whales out there. And yeah, this specifically, at least you can get the SS guaranteed 8-step. There's yeah, I think if I remember correctly, there's a SS guaranteed on there. Both of these are at least for whales. At least you can get a SS out of it. Next is the interlude to review countdown. It says 1.5 drop rate, so 4.5%, 31A special recruitment. The rate ups here are most likely just gonna be of course 31A as you can see here, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend this even if it's a higher rate unless it had Sutama, which It obviously doesn't like. There's no units in 31A that is worth it to pull on this banner. That's like really worth it to pull on this banner. And here's the early packs for packs A, B, and C. That's gonna happen after the update and all that. And after that, it probably have a few hours left, but this is still a reminder. The angel, eh, Yostar, what the fuck? The Angle Beats, yeah, the Angle Beats collaboration event. Um, it's only until today, in my time at least, June 12th. Yeah, June 12th. In my time zone, it's still it's June 12th, so you probably have more than a day as of this live stream. So if you haven't done the Angel Beats event, I highly recommend do so. The story is really good. Like genuinely, probably the greatest collab event story like in all of Gotcha. It's not a high bar, but yeah. And the last thing right here is the regarding leak unreleased game content. Honestly, this is more not gonna lie, it's more directed towards REM than anything. But yeah, but Seraph Database already addressed that, so probably just gonna ignore it. And yeah, that's the end. About 50 time for the magic credit card. Yeah. All right, so that's it for all the stuff regarding the June 13 update and localization adjustment number volume 6. I'm sorry that I didn't do like a video on this, and you're speaking to ramblings of someone who is going off script with just a few fucking notes to do that. But yeah, right. I think that's it. We're just gonna end the live stream here. Once again, thank you very much for watching. That's the end of the live stream. Please subscribe to the notification bell as soon as I have videos. Just for what you see right there. So yeah. If you can give feedback if I should do more of this. Either I should do more of these kinds of live streams just explaining shit, and if you want you can chat here anytime. um if I open up my the chat on YouTube and all that. Or if you want back to the usual stuff, just the videos regarding this, or if you want both, I can do I can probably do both, but it's gonna take a lot of time and commitment and all that. But yeah. Um, I had to, if I do I have to do both a presentation of slides, then the god oh sorry about that presentation, a slide presentation and a script, and I know it's gonna be a pain. So um yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hope you enjoy watching or have been informed of as you watch this live stream, since this is more like a my substitute, since I didn't do the script in time, like I don't have time to do the script. But the yeah. Yeah. All right, basically done. See you guys next time. Bye.